Alright guys, welcome back to Underdog Painting. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how I went about painting a ultramarine assault intercessor. So these are the ones from the Imperium magazine. Now they have the ultramarine logos on and stuff, but you can easily scrape them off if you want to do other chapters. So what we did, we built it and sprayed it with Mechanica Standard Grey, and then we've just done an all over paint of Macragge blue. Now if you can find a nice blue that you want to do, you can spray it that colour, but otherwise you're going to have to do this. Then what we're doing is literally just going around blocking in all the silver parts. So that's on the grenade, on the chainsaw, a little bit on the backpack with the vents and stuff like that. And again, all these steps are pretty simple and straightforward, so we're literally just blocking in colours. So all the tubey, what is it, undersuit thing, I'm assuming, that just gets painted in black. So the next part we're doing is we're just painting all the brown parts with Mournfang brown. So that is the gun case in there, and I think there's a little pouch, well, two little pouches on the back. It's basically just get a nice all over coat of this Mournfang brown all over there. So the next part is just adding the red. So I like a little bit of old school with all my Space Marines, so especially with my Space Wolves, but even more so I suppose with Ultramarines, I like to paint the casings of the guns and any weapons really in red. So I just used my fist on red. Now use the side of the brush on the side here, obviously, and you won't catch all the teeth of the sword. So yeah, just use the side of the brush. I'll just take this opportunity as well to say, if you're not a member of Underdog Painting Hobby Hangouts on Facebook, please go over to there, become a member. Also, I'm on TikTok as well, if you want to go and follow me on TikTok. And what we're doing here is just painting in the eyes. Now, at this point, you don't really have to be so precise, because we are going to go back with Macragge blue and just fix up any parts that we paint over a different colour. So if you're painting eyes or lenses, this is just the perfect way to do it. Next up is painting all the gold. So Retributor armour on that Aquila at the front there, and we're also going to be doing the shoulder pad trim as well. So as you can see here, we are painting the shoulder pad trim. Now these are quite nice to paint, quite easy, but if you if you go over onto the blue part, it doesn't matter at this stage, because like I say, we are going to go back and paint back over any mistakes that we make. But if you are painting the shoulder pads, just turn your brush to the side and you can literally just skim over the top, just to make your life a little bit easier. And I will say Retributor armour, for me, is one of the best golds out there from Citadel. Just covers really nice. There's obviously other golds you can use, but for me, it's just amazing. And as you can see, we are going back over with the Macragge blue, because even a professional super class painter like myself makes mistakes. But yeah, we're just taking this time now just to go back over where I've gone over the gold or whatever, you know, the black and the red and stuff like that. Just go back over the model and tidy up. I must say, if you paint neat and tidy up, you know, for me that's the key to painting. If you can do a neat base coat, you know, you're halfway there to getting a good looking miniature on the table. So we are painting the last part of the model now, and that is the ultramarine symbol and the assault intercessor symbol on the shoulder pads. Now, you can just go in straight white with this, but I've used administratum grey just because I like the look of it. I don't like a bright white on my models. But as well, if you are going to go like a bright white, I would suggest you put a light grey down first. It just goes on better when you put your whites on. So yes, it does turn the model as well to make the model work for you. You know, you've got to be comfortable while you paint as well. So once all that's done, this is what the model looks like. Now we're just going to do an all-over wash of Nuln Oil. So we've washed the model there now with Nuln Oil, and as you can see, it's darkened the blue down quite a bit. So what we're doing is just going back over some of the areas with the Macragge blue, basically just trying to pick out where you think the light would possibly hit the model. And because we've watered the paint down just enough, it gives an automatic blend, so you don't have to do all this fancy feathering in and stuff like that. Alternatively, you could just leave it like this if you wanted to, and you wouldn't have to go back over. But, you know, I thought I'd just show you a little bit what it looks like when the paint is reapplied. So once we've done all the blue, just to brighten that back up, we have gone back over the administratum grey parts just to brighten them back up, because obviously the wash has pulled a little bit, but that's not a problem. So we'll just brighten it back up with some administratum grey just to make them symbols a bit more pronounced. So what we're going to do now, guys, is do a little bit of dry brushing. So we're taking a bit of, we're taking a makeup brush, a little bit of Calgar Sky, I think it's called, and just doing it across the areas where you think the light would shine off the armour. So we're going across the helmet, the knees, top of the backpack, just to give a little indication of highlight. Now you could have done this before the wash stage, but I think it would have drowned it all out, so doing it afterwards kind of works better, in my opinion. So the last part here is just literally highlighting the red. So you've got a bit of Evil Sun Scarlet on the brush, just using our brush at a 90-degree angle and just going across all the edges. Just try to be as neat as you can here. Obviously you can go a bit fancy, you can do hazard stripes and all that. I have got a video on how to do hazard stripes if you really want to put hazard stripes on your models, so go check that out. Just touching up a little bit of the eye lenses there, being careful not to overspill onto the blue that we've already finished. So once this is done, your model is finished. So all you got to do is go over and get your base on there, however you're going to base it, get it on the tabletop and start smashing some Xeno scum. So this is what the model looks like once it's finished. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Ta-ra.